with Ryan Storm with Storm Sound, and we're doing a rig rundown. Not a rig rundown. We are doing not a rig rundown of my rig, my guitar rig. So we'll start with the guitar. This is called a Lotto guitar right here. This is a luthier in New Jersey. He lives like around like Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's a young guy. I believe he's 21 years old, and he made this fucking amazing instrument. This is bird's eye maple. The body I think is ash. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know that much shit about this stuff. But I do know that it's just beautiful. You know, this guy is he's got a great eye for detail. He's very artistic. And most importantly, this thing sounds and plays fucking great. We have a humbucker single coil. The electronics here is these two have coil taps, so they could be single coil or humbuckers. Down is humbucker, up is single coil. This tone knob goes to this guy. This tone knob goes to these two. And this is a kill switch, so we could do like the fun shit like that. And this is a overdrive, so we get like a little louder. You know? With the kill switch, you know, you could do like the super fun like Tom Morello shit, where you're just kind of like. It gets pretty weird when you go there with it. And yeah, that's kind of the basis of the instrument. Yeah, she's great, and she's light, which is also you know, many years of doing this thing, you know, fucked up back, bad shoulder. So moving down to here, pedal board one. This pedal board is just for the guitar into the amp. Point of entry is at the tuner. Okay, Digitech whammy pedal. We all know this fucking thing. Mr. Morello, probably being the most famous guy. You know, shit like that. I also use it. I do like the double octave thing. I'll use it for octave down, octave up. So it has the dry signal and the octave up or down. Whereas in the 2 octave up will be just the effect. Right, so we're just that whole thing. From there we go into a micro synth. I love this pedal. This is a thing that you know, I don't know a lot of people that use it, and when they do, it doesn't really seem that cool for some reason. But when you do shit like this, whew. It's just fucking fun. That's for your buddy who, like, brothers passed. That was a signature pedal in the BP days. This is my overdrive and my envelope filter. These are made by Noise Kick Effects. That is a cat wearing my hat and my scarf and my glasses on it. You can get these from him if you were so inclined. Each of these pedals has two pedals in them. So this side is more like a rat pedal, like super distortion. And the other side is like an overdrive, you know, more like a, you know, like a tube screamer or something like that. And then I actually have a tube screamer. I've had this thing since, I don't even really know, man, probably late 90s. But you know, it's mostly kind of a boost. I don't really have any gain on. It's just the kind of like a volume boost. You know, just gives a little beef, a little volume. And then let's see. my envelope filter, back to noise kick. We all know this fucking thing. Those types of pedals, people get really particular about. I don't know much about like what this is modeled after or the circuitry in it, but I think the only thing that matters when it comes to any kind of envelope filter is the player. You know, I think if your touch is right, you know, if you're playing the pedal, it doesn't matter. None of that other shit matters. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing about this pedal is your touch. Just being expressive with it. It's not a set it or forget it type of thing. That's just like, I can do whatever I want and it just sounds like that thing. It's like, no man, get into it and like so yeah, I love this thing. I think it's great. The other side of this pedal is a tremolo. Standard tremolo stuff. It has a setting to change the wave. Right, is that the wave? So you can change the waveform. You know, it's softer. And you can change the order of the pedals. So you can make it so you're tremoloing the filter, or the filter can trigger the tremolo, which is kind of cool. You know, it's nice. It's like a subtle change, but it's an interesting thing. And you know, again, like when you're like improvising and you get so into when you can get lost in the sound in the middle of a show. And you can really think about the nuance of that type of shit. It's awesome, you know? You're in the middle of the jam and you're trying to find a layer of a tone and that little type of thing can make a difference, and it can make a difference of where the jam goes or whatever, you know? It's yeah, I don't know, nuance. It's a good thing. Okay, and then we get into delay world here. I love this, you know, this TC is it's just awesome. It's got 3 presets. What do I do here? I think this is yeah. So one's like a slapback. You know, you're barely getting it. It's just kind of widening the sound a little bit. And then this guy is like. You know, it's just it's kind of like a reverb almost. Just gives a little bit of a tail, a little bit of a body. And then this guy is like a ping-pongy, cool. This is like for anybody that listens to like Ghostlight or American Babies, this is like the synth driver tone. And then digital delay, the DD5. I think this is the best delay pedal. This is my favorite delay pedal that exists. It's cool because it has an external tap tempo, which for some ungodly reason Boss got rid of after the DD5 and the DD6 moving forward. You like hold it down, you do a little dance, you tap out. It's like a whole fucking thing just to get a tempo of what I'm trying to do. This is great, it's external, so it's just, we're just there. And the absolute best thing about this delay pedal is that when you turn it off, it finishes its thought. It doesn't just stop. Another thing that the rest of the digital delays that Boss made does not do that, and most delays in general do not do that. And I think that's a silly thing. Yeah. So that is the guitar side that goes in. That's the side that goes into the Super Reverb. The amp. We could talk about that for a sec. This is a 1965 Super Reverb, an original, not a reissue. This, my dad gave me this when I was probably like 13. I was like, you know, I grew up really into like Van Halen and fucking Randy Rhoads and all that shit. And I had like a Marshall thing and whatever. And then when I started getting more into Stevie Ray Vaughan and Garcia and all that shit, you know, I was like, Dad, man, for some reason I can't, you know, it doesn't really. And he was like, you know, there's the amp I've been trying to get you to play out of since, you know, you picked up the guitar, and it's still in the basement. You should try it. And it's been my amp since. I've been using this in concerts since I was 16. I love this amplifier. So yeah, so that's that rig. And then we have pedalboard 2. Pedalboard 2 is split out of the tuner from pedalboard 1 and sends signal into here. We go Digitech Whammy, which I usually have, kind of the same thing. I use the same 2 presets, usually the 2 octave up or the octaver that leaves in the dry signal. And then we go that into a reverb pedal that's pretty wet, and then into the Space Station, another Digitech pedal that they stopped making in like 2004 or something like that. And then that goes stereo out of there into another flashback, and then stereo out of the flashback direct into the house. Okay, so the dry signal is a real kind of lame dry signal. Okay, let's turn off the amp, turn this thing on, right? It's just a fucking good direct guitar line. So you turn on a little reverb. Okay, so that's what the verb does. This is what the delay does. It's also a ping pong, but it's stereo. So my goal of it, of this rig, is to be able to play with the amp, and when you're experiencing it in the crowd, right? The amp is coming right down the middle of the lane at you, right? And when I use the volume pedal over here to shoot into this, it would be coming at you stereo and above, right? So it's like almost like it's the audio version of in Star Wars when they go to like warp speed, you know, like that's what I want it to sound like that, like the fucking just, you know, like shooting over your head and out, you know. So it ping pongs. So just the delay is that guy, right? And out front it goes dun 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 dun, you know, it's pretty cool. And then let's see. Oh, and then Space Station sounds thusly. This is a string sound I use a lot. There's a whole bunch of those in there. There is a ring modulator that I really love. Right? You know, there's other cool shit. There's like a backwards thing somewhere. Oh, this one's cool. The underwater. Pretty weird, you know. But the thing is, when you turn all of this shit on together, so you're playing over here. Turn this down so you kind of really get a vibe of what's happening, right? So if it's like, right? So it's this thing right down the middle, and then I can swell in that shit, right? It's like probably most effective with the strings, I would think. Here, let me get back to that sound. Right, so like, it gets fucking cool and it gets weird, you know? Son of a... Okay.
that you're looking to add in the near future?
Like, I don't fucking have enough. I don't know, man. Like, I think I think the important thing is to always be adding and subtracting. Especially like in an improvising situation. The guitar only does so much. There's only so many notes, and there's only so many riffs. It's like I don't want to just like play like blues riffs over and over or whatever. So coming up with other texture and other just new information, I guess, is kind of like always like the mantra. Like, the machine is only gonna do what you give it. So if you're always putting in the same info, you're gonna get the same. Eventually, you're gonna start getting the same output. So it's just the idea of new ideas and new textures that hopefully inspire, it domino effects around, and it's like, oh, whoa, that's something that, makes somebody else think to do something different than they normally would. And, and you hope that's kind of the thing, if you're present and in what's going on. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'll change. I'm sure I'll do some other shit. But right now, this is right now.